Wow, it's very sad when you have to you can't reproduce when you could just go out and adopt or get some children as foster care if you got a good heart. Because remember, men and women, if men they can be impotent, women they can be sterile. Just because you don't carry a baby does not mean you're not a mother or father. You can be that figure in a child's life. There are many babies, especially these days, that need a good home. There are teenagers, there's toddlers, there's children 7, 8, 9. I mean, there's children in the system, and some, it's really sad, they grow up in the system and then they get placed in homes with people that aren't just doing it for the money. But I ran across something that kind of fits this bitch with an award show who likes to throw a rock and hide her hand. And I realized something because she said something very sexual when she threw a rock and hit her hand. And this old black James Brown looking bitch who's very ashamed of her melanin in her skin, which if I was a jealous type female, I would be jealous of the melanin in her skin because she's least likely to catch skin cancer. And melanin, believe it or not, it's really true. Look at the movie Get Out. That's real talk. They are killing people for their melanin. Melanin is so expensive on that black market. You'd be surprised why so many black people come up missing. Really, she needs to be somewhere hiding because she does have a lot of melanin. And she's a very, very waste of space. So if I was her, I would just put myself on the market. And, there's people that, really, look it up. There's people that will say, will you take me out? I just want to be taken out and eat my flesh. I thought it was a joke, and I looked it up, and there's real people that do that. I suggest that bitch get on Craigslist and offer herself up for a offering. But for those people that are harvesting melanin, she would be a very good candidate because she sees the shame of the melanin in her skin that makes her black and beautiful, that makes her very, very close to her ancestry. When they came across on slave boats, when it depended on where you got dropped off, and we had no power. And really, the people, our ancestors sold us out. That's real talk. They got money, they got compensated, whatever, to sell our bodies and souls, our ancestors. And we might got it dropped off in the Bahamas and Haiti and Jamaica. What they call this very, very demonic United States, St. Croix, the British island, the British Isles, that's owned by the Queen. There's so much where we were dropped off. Some of us our ancestors were blessed to be able to go on the Underground Railroad. That's why so many blacks have ended up in Canada, and they are Canadians, and a lot of them do know their ancestral roots. But this bitch is ashamed of being dark skin tone because of her melanin. But she has not been able to have children. And she took the birds as her children replacements when she could have adopted. But she claims she works with children that are, as people call retarded or, behind or whatever. I don't like calling children retarded. But she works with children with special needs. But I figured her out though. She was talking one day about this lie she told me, saying I was believing trolls. No, bitch. I've seen you type many things for over a year. I didn't say anything. But bitch, I pick and choose, and I decided to address you. If I hold off on you, it's because of a reason. And bitch, this is the season. I'm going to read to you animal passions. Why would anyone want to have sex with an animal? To give you the definitions of why one of her birds is 20 years old and then she said that girl bird is really out of control, which she loves that girl bird. She made that girl bird really out of control. Okay. But this is a shortened version of an article. Last month, Denmark passed a law making bestiality a criminal offense. Remember, though, that Canada has approved bestiality to be within the law, but it's a clause in that law. You cannot penetrate. That's a lie. That's just like having your cake and eating it too. Come on, if you're going to have sex with an animal and if you're a guy, you're going to penetrate it. Come on, keep it real. If don't come half with it, come with it full force. But that's another video, as I always say, for another day, which I don't follow up on. From July 1st, in a move to tackle animal sex tourism, listen up, Madam Black Ass, bestiality, also known as zoophilia. So what you're committing with those birds are called zoophilia. They feel that syndrome of not being able to bear children, and that long Jesus and the 12 disciple channel, which you like to decorate during the, I'm not a hater. I've admired that. And I said, this chick, I never had a problem with her. I would thumbs up. Oh, wow. Look, the Halloween themes, the Eastern themes, they're pagan holidays, but nevertheless, this bitch does not have a table. That's the only thing I'll agree with that black fat ass monkey. When he said, ain't nobody sitting around that table. Ain't nobody sitting around that table with you. You don't sit around it, but you decorate that long Jesus and the 12 disciples. And they say, Mary Magdalene is on that famous portrait, but it's a long table. I always call it the Jesus and the 12 disciple table over there that's never going to get filled. Cause bitch, you don't have no company. You ain't got no man, no kids, no grandkids, no foster kids, no adopted kids. You ain't got no friends, bitch. You just got YouTube, ho. But bestiality, also known as zoophilia, is typically defined as relating to recurrent intense sexual fantasies, urges, and sexual activities with non-human animals. At present, there are still a number of countries where zoophilia is legal, including Brazil, Mexico, Thailand, Finland, Hungary, and Romania. In the U.S., there is no federal law against zoophilia, although most states class it as a felony or a misdemeanor, although in some states it is technically legal. For example, Texas, Kentucky, Nevada, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Wyoming, West Virginia, and New Mexico. Over the few years it's not me, I have written articles on the psychology of many different types of zoophilia, including those who have engaged in sexual activities with dogs, which is considered cynophilia, cats, allelophilia, horses, equinophilia, pigs, porcinophilia, birds, ornithophilia. And I'm going to stop. Oh, they even do it with worms? Oh, my God. I hate worms. Oh, my God. Alfred Kinsey shocked the U.S. back in the 1950s when his infamous Kinsey reports claimed that 8% of males, now this is in the 50s, we are now in 2018. Now imagine how that has rose. Claimed that 8% of males, 4% of females had at least one sexual experience with an animal. I never did that. But you did say your little female bird is very sassy. Ooh-wee. And that vigor, I taped it. I got that video and I sent it away where even if you erase it. Oh, the pheromones in your voice was like, oh, I love that female bird. I like my bird well fried, well done, well roasted. I don't eat birds that have been molested and sexually penetrated. But you don't have a penis unless you're a hermaphrodite. Wait, you might be that's something to think about. They do call you James Brown. But you call people in the middle of the night, I'm lonely, I need somebody to talk to. You catfish young men, and then when good thing comes to those who wait. Bitch! Wait, I gotta do my Freddy voice. Bitch! You're a liar. You have sex with your birds, bitch. Madam Black Ass. Your cover is blown, bitch. Nobody mad about a award show. But bitch, stop using your award shows and your but you know how much time I get side distance and I don't even acknowledge it. I pick and choose my argument. I know what people side dissing. I'm old, but I know a side diss, bitch. But bitch, I speak to you, Madam Black Ass, the bitch that's scared of her skin tone. May you go down in a darker pit that is darker than you in the great abyss, you stinking bitch. I am a witch and I sin you now. Cast you off. Mote it be, bitch.